got that workout in, y'all. Get my postpartum together. Trying to tighten this core back up because my core, well, look, I want to speak good things into reality. My core is strong, honey. My core is gold. Yes. But just think of the opposite, and that's what's going on right now. But
snatch.
Snatch.
Give me on that real quick.
We're trying to get snatched.
Hey,
right?
Look, 100 push-ups a day, man. What day is this? 17?
Yeah, you looking good, babe.
Like, you know I am.
Looking real scrumptious.
It's only gonna get better.
Oh, I'm about to get hit.
Come on, man.
And doing it with the kiddos, y'all. I'm not gonna show my kids, but
that's motivation for all the moms out there. They think, oh, I got the kids, I can't.
Yeah,
just
do it. Get your stroller. Don't try to smile now. DJ Quinn in the mix. Cut up like you was just cutting up. Y'all, this is how tight my mask is on my face. See my eyes? Okay, so this is an example of like a little meal prep that I would, one of my meal preps that I would do. It's just some rice at the bottom, some mixed vegetables on top. I put a little bit of cashews in there, and I'm gonna top it off with this General Tso Asian sauce. And you can make like a huge, heaping of this and just put them in bowls and have them for the next 3 days for a part of your meal if you wanted it for like lunch or your dinner. And yeah. Okay, so here's another meal that we're working on. It's gonna be a vegan ramen. So these are the ingredients, and I'm gonna come back and show y'all what it looks like when I am done. Okay, so we got our ingredients inside. It's looking good. And voila, that's the finished product. Vegan ramen. What's up, y'all? Hey, welcome back to my channel. So this is me coming to y'all kind of raw and real. I did not get all dolled up or anything. Not that I ever do these days anymore, but nonetheless, I want to do more videos like this because it's easy. I can just come to y'all and be real, be me. I wanted to give you guys a few tips on veganism or being plant-based, because it can be a little discouraging to people when they don't really know where to start. And so these are just like a few tips that helped me on my journey. Everybody's different. You could try it out, and see if it works for you. But yeah, so tip number 1. So, well, first, let me add my disclaimer. Hold up. I don't feel like you have to go vegan to be the ultimate like healthy person, nor do I feel like because you're not a vegan that you're living a bad lifestyle or something like that. Like, everything has a spiritual meaning to it. Some people need meat, some people have to eat meat. Like, I understand that. Some people have to eat dairy to live their lifestyle. I understand that. So I'm not coming and saying like, well, you have to be a vegan, That's just where I stand. That is what I stand for. So and I don't even like to call myself a vegan. I like to say plant-based because being a vegan is deeper than just not eating meat or dairy. Vegans, they watch their entire lifestyle. Like, well, recently me and my family have stopped purchasing honey, but for a long time, like, I was still eating honey and things like that because I didn't really see the point of cutting out honey until I became educated on the whole bee thing, and bees are very important to our environment and our economic health. So I cut that out. Like me and my family have stopped buying honey before I even lose my point. So yes, I'm plant based is what I like to say. Vegans, they pay attention to the clothes that they buy. They pay attention to certain manufacturers that deal and handle meat and furs and things of that nature. They won't even associate themselves like with those companies at all. And when I find out, I cut it out. But for the most part, I'm not going and kind of digging and putting in all that energy into finding out. So I do not call myself a vegan. I just say that I eat plant based. Tip number one: start slow. Do not try to go cold turkey. I know, um, I know for some people that may work, but for me, if I personally could not just jump right into it. Like, I really wanted to. Like, I wanted to go plant based or vegan for a long time, like before I actually did. I kind of had a traumatic experience, so with meat or whatever. So that's what made me like just jump right into being vegan, and I could tell that story in a separate video, but yeah, so I had just cut out meat all at once, but I really should have taken it kind of slow, which I kind of did because I stopped eating pork first, and then I never really ate beef like that. Like I was never a hamburger person. Like I had never even had a hamburger until like a straight, hamburger. I had never had one until I started dating Jaquan. And I don't even think it was a hamburger. I think it was turkey burgers that we were eating. But anyways, I was not a big beef fan. So cutting out things slowly, I feel like helps you a lot more, especially because once you get down to that one meat, you're probably gonna get very tired of it. Like you're gonna be like, ugh, like I don't even need this. But I really just started getting disgusted with it, like with meat and things. Tip number two, I would say, is to become familiar with more fruits and vegetables. So the problem that I was having going plant based or vegan was I felt like I was eating the same stuff. Like that's what everybody thinks. They're like, oh, what do you eat? Just salads? Like, no. There's tons of different stuff that you can eat that are plants. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are tons of different fruits and vegetables out here. So I just suggest like do your research ahead of time. Like if you're gonna get fully immersed in it, make sure you do your research because there's so much out here. Like we don't pay attention to it because it's not fuel. Like it's not something that we're eating every day. It's not something that we have to worry about if we're not living that lifestyle already. So do your research, find out different fruits and vegetables. Tip number three, I would say, is meal prep. Tip number three is to meal prep because when you meal prep, and this is maybe not right away, you'll be able, well, I won't say what you won't be able to do, but maybe not right away, this is going to sound doable. But once you've done that research and you start to meal prep, you'll see that you're getting yourself into like a routine because that way food won't be such a main priority in your life. Like think about it, like veganism and plant-based diets help with saving money. They really do, because every day it seems like when you're high off junk food, when you're high off sugars and high off the fast food and things of that nature, it's almost like it's the center focus of every day. Like, what am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? And then you start to, like make it this huge thing, and like your meal has to be extravagant, and it has to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like you put so much emphasis on food. Like, and I feel like veganism and plant-based diets kind of take off such the stress of food. Like, you're just kind of eating to survive. Like, of course, you want to enjoy your food as well. They have tasty, very good vegan meals, but when you're making that the center focus of your life, it kind of gets stressful. Like we spend all day cooking food for holidays and that's fine. But like some people do that, like they cook like they're cooking for a holiday every day or every other day, like. you spend all this time in the kitchen cooking food, and you know what I'm saying, and like by the time the next 2 days come, like you're tired of the food already, like you want something different. But we put so much emphasis on food, like it's a huge part of our day a lot of times, when really we should be spending small amounts of time worried about food. So um yeah, I would meal prep to alleviate like that from your schedule, so that now you have a ton of free time to do something else that is productive and do something else that will help you get some type of money. And my fourth tip is to snack. Find a snack. And when I say snack, I'm not talking about like honey buns and things of that nature. Like, which, some of us vegans, we slip up and, we're eating stuff that's not good for us. They have vegan snacks that have just as much sugar and all of that as regular snacks. But that's a part of self-discipline. Like, you have to gain some sort of discipline. So snacking really helps with that, like eating walnuts or almonds, or if you find some sort of fruit, like dried fruits or berries, and things like that, like a little nut and berry mixture, things like that. It helps you tremendously. Like, it helps so much with the hunger, like, because a lot of times once you switch to a plant-based diet, you'll notice like your metabolism is picking up. It starts to pick up, and then you're hungry. Like, you thinking like, oh my god, I just ate. Like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Grab a snack. Grab a healthy snack. Like, grab something, and take it along with you, because that's really, really gonna help you to not overindulge to where you're like, oh, I have to make a meal every time, or eat a meal-sized portion every time I feel like I'm hungry. Nope. It'll cut out all of that. And once again, it's alleviating some sort of stress, because we want to be stress-free beings, right? So alleviate some stress off your shoulders by keeping a healthy snack by you. Get your walnuts, if you want. A lot of vegans, we eat dark chocolate. And then my fifth and final tip is to think outside the box. Sometimes we trap ourselves in like a box, and we feel like, oh, I have to be either this or that, or like mix it up, like try different diets. Don't just focus your point around plant-based diet. Try different diets, like diets from around the world type things. um, don't limit yourself to just feeling like, okay, my vegan meals have to mirror like a regular American meal. I feel like that's where a lot of people kind of go wrong with it, is because the point of becoming plant-based or vegan, well, people do it for different reasons, but if it's for health reasons, you don't want to get caught up in trying to make your vegan meal look just like a regular American meal, because then it's pointless. Like, you can just say like, oh, I made all of this with no milk and with no meat and no cheese and dairy and stuff, but does it have the nutritional value that you're looking for? um, because when you first go vegan, you get caught up in a lot of bread sometimes, because bread like most breads you can find vegan. So people start eating a lot of bread or a lot of potatoes because fries are vegan and it's easy to obtain. You can get fries from like any restaurant. So you get caught up in the whole fry thing, and then but that's a lot of starch, and it's not good on the gut. Yeah, look at different meals from around the world. Look how people eat in other countries, and you'll find sometimes like, oh wow, I really enjoy Thai food, or oh wow, I really enjoy like Japanese food, and this, that, and the third. And then you'll start to see a pattern of how they make their foods over there, and you'll see how it can fit into maybe your vegan meal or whatever diet that you choose to do. So yeah, those are my tips, guys. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, tell me about your experiences. Tell me if you're trying to get into veganism, things like that. Leave them down in the comments below, and I'll definitely reply back, because I love to give advice and I love to talk to people about this topic, because it's something that I do. So yes, thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't leave my page without being subscribed, okay?